What is going on? TD Skits here, bringing you my first video in this series. It's 10 tips and tricks, the first one of the series for Amazon's New World. Why is this important? Because our friends, our family, our faction, we ran around for a week and a half now, and some of the things that we found out along the way, deep into like level 30, 40, 50, we were like, you've got to be kidding me. I can't believe I didn't know that. So, handy dandy notebook is out. I feel like I'm in school again, but I have a lot of tips and tricks here, about 60 of them, but we're going to start with the first 10 in no specific order whatsoever. This is going to improve your quality of just New World in general, but some of these might take a little bit more time to explain. Some of these will be right to the point, but let's jump right into it. Make sure you stay towards the end because I want to give you a bonus tip at the end, and I'm also going to give you some resources for you guys to check out to improve your New World gameplay. I love you. Let's get into it. The first tip is pretty self-explanatory. It's your field of view. It's going to be a visual setting, okay? So why is this important? Right now, we are on the stock visual setting of our field of view, okay? So if we hit escape and we go to settings, visuals, we can see our field of view is at 50. Why is this important? So right now, if we look here, nothing. Some young trees, some bushes, yada, 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 whatever, right? No, check this out. So settings, visuals, we're going to bump this up to 70. And now we have herbs over here. Why is that important? That was an example basically to show you that you can always zoom in and out, right? But you should have the largest field of view at 70 so you can see more resources. If you're PvPing, if you're PvEing, if you're in a dungeon, it's going to give you a much larger field of view and you're allowed to see a lot more stuff. So again, escape, go to settings, visuals, and yank your field of view up to 70. This tip has to do with gathering resources, okay? So as an example here, you see we have hemp. If you are in any competition or you're going through the wilderness and you have anybody else that is around you gathering the same stuff, you want to go for the heart of the resource pack. Why is that important? So you can see here, there's hemp here, there's hemp here, and there's hemp here. If I am going with anybody else competition wise to this resource, I am headed straight here, okay? I'm going to grab this hemp, the biggest in the middle, because it's going to yield the most return from whatever you're doing, okay? So basically these cast time will take a lot less to gather, but you're not going to yield as much. So anytime that you run up on a resource and you have competition, go for the center, go for the heart of that resource. The cast time is going to take a little bit longer to grab it, but you're going to yield the most. And if you miss out on, you know, these little specks here or the little, you know, side resources from the middle, it's not going to be that big a deal. You're going to get the biggest one, and you want to go after the biggest one from jump. This tip has to do with questing, okay? Coming from my World of Warcraft background, anytime I got a quest, I was like, okay, it says defeat pirates here. It's got to be on that number one. It's got to be on, you know, right in the middle there. No, it took me about 20 levels to realize that these little these little dotted lines are the outlining area for that quest. Why is this important? Everybody knows like turkey hunting or elk or boar or whatever. You're like, where are these animals? Why can't I find them? I'm on the dot. I'm on where it says the quest should be. These little dim dotted lines will outline this entire spot where the quest will yield whatever you're looking for. It'll be inside of that. So more of a visual thing, but I had no idea. These next two tips we're going to bundle together. Okay, this has to do with your character's weapon attributes or just your weapons in general. So we all know after leveling for about a week and a half that if you want to level a different weapon, it takes a little bit of time. It's not as easy as going out, killing a couple mobs and getting your weapon skills up quick. So when you start, you want to pick two weapons that basically complement each other, okay? So sword and shield, and let's say bow, okay? When you scroll over these, it'll tell you what it scales with. So dexterity for this is strength, this is strength and dexterity. Why is this important? Because your gear is going to complement each other. So if you stack, like, let's say a spear, dexterity and strength with a fire staff with, you know, intelligence, you're not going to get the best yield from your gear to complement both of those things. So you want to basically put two weapons together that complement each other and the gear that complements each other. So let's say Great Axe and Warhammer both strength and strength, that's going to be awesome. You can just stack up and load up your strength for that, right? So if that kind of makes sense. The good news, the second tip on this is up until level 20, you can respec your character, and up until level 10, you can respec your weapon for free. Okay, again, up until level 20, you can respec, and then you can respec your weapons up until level 10 for free. This is a lower level tip, but again, it saved me a lot of money. I had no idea. Everybody knows that honey and water, you use those as ingredients to make more powerful things, but leveling up the whole way to like almost level 10 or 15, did you know that you can eat these to actually give you back a small percentage of health? So a little bit of honey here, nom, 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 nom. A little bit of water here, like literally gives you back HP. Go pull up a well, go rob some bees politely, and get your health back up for nothing. Stop going to the auction house and buying food and consumables early. This might be my favorite tip of this first series, this first video, and I know I can feel whoever's watching this, some of you just literally going, you've got to be kidding me. If you are not, if I back out here, if you are not sword and shield, there is no reason you should have a shield on. I was wearing a shield till level 40, not knowing that hatchet great axe does nothing for me. Look at this. Look at my attributes down here. Look at my gear score. Okay, look at all these numbers. Okay, here's my shield on, does nothing. No stats, no nothing. All it does is weigh me down. I know this is going to help. A lot of my friends and family were like, oh my gosh, like if you didn't play beta or any of like the pre stuff or find out about it, you're like, oh, I'm going to put a shield on. It's got to protect me. If I can't use it, I'm at least going to get the stats from it. Nothing. You get nothing. Take the shield off if you're not sword and shield. This is a pretty simple tip, but it'll yield you a lot of experience. So along the way, as you're questing, as you're leveling, if you're out in the open, all of the documents that you see, the documents that are flaming blue, even if you don't read them, add them to the journal. Watch this. Look at this free experience. Add to journal. 194 experience. That's like killing a couple mobs. Every time you see any documents out in the open, if you don't want to read it for the lore, add it to your journal. Soak up the free experience. Here is a kind of a dual tip for fishing here. So when I'm equipping bait, whether I'm in freshwater or saltwater, let's go our saltwater bait here. We're going to go to cheese. We're going to equip that. We have 49. Every time I cast, and whether I pull in a fish, whether I snap my line, if I'm too early like this, it will pull from the bait. So regardless if you catch anything or not, every time you cast, that's going to pull from your bait, and you don't have to apply it each time. It will pull from whatever you're using over and over and over and over again. Another tip while we're talking about this is, you know who you are. When you cast, this is going to sound super elementary, but a lot of our guys did this. When you get a fish on the line here, you are going to click to grab him. You're going to reel in, and you're going to let off of your left click when there's tension. You know who you are. Stop trying to get the fish in one pull and snapping your line. You need to let off, let back on, let off, let back on. Hope that helps. Last but certainly not least, what to spend your tokens on when you're close to your faction cap. Why would you ever be close to your faction cap? Well, by the time it takes you to get from 3,000 cap to 11,000 cap, your main storyline is going to gatekeep you from actually doing that. So when you get close to 3,000, what are you going to buy? What should you buy? Gladiator, scroll down, common material converter. A basic one-time use machine that uses alchemy to convert one item to another. The process is inherently imperfect, so some loss is expected. Sorry about that. Anyway, look, 100 faction tokens, 0 gold. You buy one of these, you take it to wherever. You can turn, like it says, one thing into the other thing. You can stock them away in your storage. Use that. Definitely buy that if you are getting close to your faction cap, your token cap. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped. I know some of these might have been a little bit more elementary than the other tips, but if you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. My background is basically in World of Warcraft. I've been playing that. I had played that for about 13, 14 years. Gold guides, reputation guides, profession guides, you name it. But there's a lot more content to come for New World. I'm having a blast with this game. Amazon did a great job. So like I said before, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. And all around me right now, I'm going to give you resources for our next giveaway. I am part of the New World Creator Program. And when I went to go click on my Amazon link, I accidentally bought the non-refundable deluxe version of New World. So I'm going to give that away on my live stream, twitch.tv/skits. Super simple. Make sure you follow me over there too to stay updated. We vibe it up every single night. I've been full-time on Twitch for about 6 years now, and I am currently just infatuated with this game. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you guys later on. Love you. Peace.